Okay, so what if the person who completely destroyed your life was also the only one left to protect you? We're about to dive into this really intense story about a killer and a child, and they're caught right in the path of a rampaging monster. This whole thing is a journey through some serious guilt and loyalty, and it shows us that sometimes home can be found in the absolute last person you'd expect.
And that's the big question we're tackling in this explainer. Can a murderer actually become someone's home? We're going to see this whole thing play out through the eyes of Gurren, who's this incredibly powerful ninja, and a mysterious little boy named Yukimaru. I'm telling you, their story really makes you rethink everything you thought you knew about forgiveness and what it means to belong.
All right, so our story kicks off in total chaos. We've got the monstrous three-tails beast, and it's on an absolute rampage.
But here's where it gets really weird. There's this bizarre connection between this giant monster and this little kid. Get this, the beast's rage is being fueled directly by the chakra flowing from Yukimaru. He's somehow, influencing this unstoppable force of nature. It's wild.
So, at the center of all this is Yukimaru's protector, a woman named Gurren. She's a deadly crystal-style user, and, well, she is absolutely haunted by something she did in her past. And as Gurren is watching over Yukimaru, she gets hit with this awful flashback, and it reveals a terrible, hidden truth. See, she was given an order to eliminate a target, and it turns out that target was the mother of the very boy she's now protecting. Just let that sink in.
You can imagine, right? This crushing guilt now defines her every single move. Her mission? It's not about Orochimaru's ambitions anymore, not at all. It's now this desperate, personal need to protect the child she herself orphaned. It's like this silent plea for forgiveness that she's pretty sure she'll never get.
So just as Gurren makes up her mind to dedicate her life to protecting this boy, a brand new threat pops up from a completely unexpected place.
And you know what's amazing is that Yukimaru has this unwavering trust in her. He doesn't know what she did, of course. And she's so moved by this that she makes a solemn vow. She basically says, I took your home from you, so from now on, I will be your home. The one place you can always come back to. This isn't just some empty promise. This is her one shot at redemption.
Right then, her subordinate, a guy named Renji, shows up, and it looks like he's there to help them escape the rampaging beast. But yeah, his intentions are way, way more sinister.
And then, in a totally shocking turn, Renji stabs her. He reveals his true motive, saying that while they both wanted to serve Orochimaru, Gurren is the only one who can actually control the three tails, using Yukimaru. He needs her gone so he can manipulate the boy's power for Orochimaru's twisted plans. He was never, ever on her side.
Okay, so seeing Garen, his home, injured, betrayed, and bleeding on the ground, this pushes the usually quiet, gentle Yukimaru to an emotional and dangerously powerful breaking point. He's just overcome with grief and fear, and he absolutely unleashes this massive, uncontrollable wave of chakra. He's screaming that she can't die, that Gurren is his home, the only place he has to return to. He just refuses to lose the only family he has left. And this moment right here, it shows us the true depth of his power. I mean, his raw, emotional outburst is so potent that it completely calms down the rampaging three tails. It just brings the monster to a dead stop. Think about that. His feelings have a direct physical impact on this gigantic beast. But that kind of power is fleeting. The immense strain is just too much for a small body, and he collapses from exhaustion. And the second he does, the monster reawakens, its rage completely unchecked once again. So now the beast is back. It's out of control, and it's bearing down on them. Buren knows she's the only one left who can do anything. And for her, the goal is completely changed. It's not about the mission. It's not even about her own survival anymore. It's all about the absolute safety of the boy she swore to protect. He is her one and only priority. So what does she do? She uses the last of her strength to encase Yukimaru in this unbreakable crystal, shielding him from all harm. And then she turns to face the beast alone, knowingly walking into a fight she has no chance of winning. But then, at the very last second, Naruto shows up. Now, there's a brief misunderstanding. Gurren thinks he's another enemy at first, but they quickly realize they're on the same side here. And together, they launch this combined last-ditch attack straight at the monster's weak spot, its eye. And their desperate attack, it hits, it connects,
and it results in a massive explosion that just engulfs the entire lake, leaving the fate of every single person involved just hanging in the balance.
So the battle doesn't end with a clear winner. Instead, we're left with a bunch of cliffhangers. Gurren and Naruto, they're caught in the blast. Yukimaru's protective crystal, it shatters on its own. And just as Kakashi's team finally arrives, we see the villain Kabuto watching from the shadows, vowing that he's gonna come back for Yukimaru. The danger is far from over.
And that's where we're left. We're all left wondering, did Gurren actually survive that ultimate sacrifice? And will this tortured protector and the child who sees her as his only home ever get the chance to find peace together? For now, the answer is just out of reach.